Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Hooker now on play action. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Hooker to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 76 yards. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm the defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, here's White. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Strike! Ultra!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Middleton. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. These two teams all tied after 1. corner action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
The kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ready, right.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Joseph. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Gibbs again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down, Middleton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Hooker on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here we go, here we go.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Yaya Diaby charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
Let's go now.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Ready.
Hooker's going to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Strike check, strike. Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Derek Brown able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Fielded at the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White. And he stopped immediately there. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Ready?
2nd and 10.
Drill 3. Hut.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Aleem McNeil, his 2nd sack of the night. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
Under pressure, and they got to it again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Come on.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Hooker now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Let's go.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Ready up.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Go.
From the gun, it's Hooker. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Hooker. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hooker. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. They'll run with Gibbs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Ready.
They'll try again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibbs. And this time he is in. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Middleton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wait. Set.
Operating from the gun, Middleton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Black shot. Strike.
They'll look to throw again. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Black. Blaster. Six. Blue striker. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.